It's your boy Bitcoin Trapper. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's get it. Bank of Canada may be accelerating digital currency plans. Back in February, Timothy Lane, a Deputy General of the Bank of Canada, stressed that Canada had no need for a state-backed digital currency, but that it would develop one anyway, should the need arise. Now Lane has suggested that the need may be arising sooner than the bank expected. While we don't know what the future may bring, said Lane at a fintech conference in February, we need to move forward to work out what a potential CBDC might look like and how it could be managed if the decision were to ever taken to issue one. So, like I always say, look at what's going on, pay attention, think outside the box. Let me ask you guys a question. Was any of you guys at this fintech conference understand that they're working behind closed doors? We don't know what's going on until they're ready to tell us. So when you see news like this, you gotta think, because they came out a couple months ago and said that they're not planning on doing one. Now they're thinking about doing one or working on one. This is going to happen. Everybody else is doing it. They are going to do it eventually. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, but they will do it. Next piece of news. Visa may support USDC credit card after adding Circle Fast Track program. Visa on Wednesday said it's linking its payment network of 60 million merchants to the USDC stablecoin developed by Centre and the consortium founded by Circle and Coinbase. The news was first reported by Forbes. While Visa itself won't custody any USDC, Circle will be working with Visa to help certain Visa credit card issuance integrate the USDC software into the platform and send and receive USD payment. Eventually, Visa will support the issuance of a credit card and let business send and receive USDC payment directly from any business using the card. Circle spokesman Josh Oskins confirmed the move via email, saying the companies were targeting a 2021 launch. The companies will develop a corporate card that will let users send USDC at vendors who accept Visa card. Visa head of crypto Ku Sheffield confirmed the news on Twitter, writing, Circle will issue the first Visa corporate card connect to USDC, enable their business client to send USDC from their corporate treasury at 60 million merchants. Pay attention. Visa is not coming out and saying anything, but you see that they're working behind closed doors. They're working with crypto companies and other companies. Next piece of news. Bitcoin price surges after US proposed stablecoin law. So the US has proposed a stablecoin law. Whoever said Bitcoin wasn't beyond political clearly didn't know what happens when politicians try to regulate crypto. On Wednesday, Congresswoman Rashid Tlaib announced that stablecoin tethering and banking license enforcement stable. So the Stable Act, a proposed bill that said anyone who ran a stablecoin will require a banking charter approved by the Federal Reserve. Crypto Twitter naturally wasn't very happy, and the bill seemed highly unlikely to become law. But no sooner had the bill been proposed, Bitcoin plot a course northwards as its price climbed aggressively in the early hours on Thursday morning. Listen, they right now, what I see is they're testing this. They're working on this, and they're not ready to come out and say anything until 2021. You got to understand that 2021 is a very, very, very important year. That is the start of the 21st century. We are not going in the 21st century the way that we were going for the last 100 years. The 21st century is a new beginning. Next piece of news. Bitcoin miners brought in more than 500 million in revenue during November. Bitcoin miners made roughly 521 million in revenue during November, a significant jump over the previous month figure. According to data collected by the Block Research, the November number represents a 47.9% increase compared to October 352.57 million in total Bitcoin miner revenue. Generally speaking, miners earn money by successfully creating new blocks. Nearly 55 million came in the form of transaction fees. So the reason for this jump is that a lot of people that are buying, a lot of people that are getting into this space, a lot of people, more transaction, more activity. Next piece of news. Grayscale splits Ethereum stock worth $1.6 billion, making it cheaper to buy. Grayscale Investment today announced that it split in the stock of its Grayscale Ethereum trust, likely to make it more affordable to retail investors priced out by the cryptocurrency market boom. On December 14, Grayscale will split the shares of the trust, which hold 1.6 billion asset under management, by 9 to 1. Anyone who currently owns shares in Grayscale will receive 8 extra shares. This will collapse the price of each shares, but make no difference to the overall value of the fund. The Grayscale Ethereum Trust is the closest thing to a Bitcoin exchange traded fund. The fund, which is listed on the stock market, represents shares in a pool of private investors' money, which Grayscale had used to buy Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap. But the share price of the Grayscale Ethereum Trust, which loosely represent a fraction of the price of Ethereum, plus a hefty premium. The result of Grayscale management fees has risen this year from 60 per share to its current price, 109. Next piece of news. Cuba shift focus to cryptocurrency after Western Union ban. The Cuban startups are now offering payment solution throughout Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin after recent sanctions. Young entrepreneurs in Cuba have found solution for the country payment problem throughout cryptocurrencies after Trump administration imposed new sanction on the island in November. According to a report published by Dutch Well, startups in the island nation are using Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrency to fill the gap created after Western Union closed more than 400 branches in the country aimed financial restrictions. The Cuban government has not been able to introduce regulation related to crypto asset, and that's why many companies in the country are exploring options to use digital asset instead of US dollar. Since the ban, Cuba experienced a significant rise in interest related to Bitcoin. Congratulations to Cuba. We already went over a lot of news on this in previous video, but this is very good for Cuba. It might look bad, but it's very good because now you won't be able to rely on the US dollar and Western Union, because as you can see, they could stop you from receiving help, receiving payment, receiving whatever. It's like they control you or control the system that you use. So with Bitcoin, as long as you have an internet connection and you have a Bitcoin wallet address, nobody could stop you from receiving and sending money. Nobody in the world could stop you from doing that. So congratulations to Cuba. I hope that they explore more into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Expand, explore, because this is very important. Because if one country, or not even a country, the Trump administration, those dinosaurs, I don't know why they're doing stuff like that, stopping a country like Cuba to stop receiving payments. Imagine all the families, members that get help from their family in the US. Like, come on, man. Like, things like this is stupid, man. Like, we have these old people in the government sitting there getting a paycheck and messing up the country. They're only thinking about themselves. But with Bitcoin and Ethereum and blockchain, Cuba, you will be better off. If you're living in Cuba, you will be better off without the US dollar. Nobody's going to stop you from receiving Bitcoin. Nobody could stop you. Anyways, next piece of news. I'm not going to go over this. This was a couple days ago. I just wanted to show this. It's just I find this to be interesting that like things like this is happening, right? Like the Venezuelan army starts mining Bitcoin for unblockable income. What I'll do, I'll leave the link in the description. You can read over it. But it shows that everybody is getting involved because everybody wants a different way of doing things. So you see that the demand for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and you see things like this, you're like, you got to be able to think, man. You really have to sit down and really think what's going on. Because when I see things like this, it makes a lot of sense. Because think about what's going on in Venezuela with their money, right? Like they can't even spend the money because it's not worth anything. And Western Union is shutting down. This is shutting down. Now they're not able to get money. So now they turn into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency because nobody could stop them from getting it. As long as they have a wallet on the cell phone, the internet connection, nobody could stop them. So it's good to see things like this. I saw a picture of them in the army setting these things up. Good for them. I hope this is a success for them because it can help them a lot, especially people down south. It will benefit them a lot more than it will benefit a lot of people. So make sure that you guys pay attention to little news like this.